Welcome to Silverstone, the home of British motor racing. Today I've come to this historic circuit to drive the new Civic Type R, followed by the NSX, followed by Matt Neal's very own British touring car Type R. I'm also going to be explaining a bit more about this, the new Civic Sport Line. This is the new Civic Sport Line 1 litre. What is that? Well, it's a 1 litre Civic, but with the looks, the aesthetics of a Type R, inspired by the Type R range topper. The front bumper's got some different details. The mesh has been smoothed out and it's got some little details, body colour details either side, and at the bottom there you've got gloss black front diffuser. At the back you've got a different rear bumper with a gloss black Type R inspired diffuser panel. At the back also at the top you've got a roof spoiler. A couple of differences inside the cabin of the Sport Line are red stitching on the door cards, red stitching on the seats as well. Again, a Type R feature. The other thing that they've got on the infotainment, and this is really useful, on the side of the big screen, you've got a couple of physical buttons for the quick reference go-to stuff to make it easier while you drive. So you've got things like your sat-nav map, your audio button, your telephone button, your volume control, and then underneath you've got the fan speed for your climate. They're all physical buttons now. Silverstone, it's been here for quite a long time, since 1948. In fact, one of the most memorable tracks that anybody could name, even if you're not into motorsport. The thing about Silverstone is there's not that many corners to learn. It's quite an open, fast circuit. So on the face of it, you think it's going to be easy, but it's not, because it's so rapid, you can get carried away. Civic Type R. Civic Type R British touring car. I think the thing I'm looking forward to going around here, so on the one hand, massively exciting. On the other hand, it is a little bit daunting because the Type R in its standard form is a very capable, damn quick car. So, and that's the car I'm going to start in today to learn the track. And then I'm going to work up to the British touring car. So this is the FK8, as it's called, Civic Type R, 316 horsepower. Whenever I say that, I'm still amazed what kind of power we are getting out of hot hatches these days. It's won an awful lot of awards, this car. Because the drive, that engagement, the suspension, the limited slip differential, and that kind of turbo thrust is ridiculous. It really is, all wrapped up in a practical 5-door shell. What this car is capable of, the top is done before. You know, ISOFIX, air conditioning, cruise, all of the stuff, the luxuries you'd want from a car on an everyday basis. Going out on track in the Type R is your sort of entry level. Well, that was pretty special. I'm not very good at learning tracks. It's my worst trait. I've got a terrible memory. So I was just trying to start, build up my speed and link all the corners together, because that's always something I forget. Going from the Type R into the NSX, big jump, You're going from a hot hatch, and a very hot hatch at that, into a supercar. Big difference. I'm really looking forward to the NSX because I've never driven one on a track. And the thing about the NSX is it's like the NSX name is part of folklore. It's like highly revered pedigree. So I want to see how that kind of hybrid supercar thing fits into a track. Driving it very fast, and you're going as hard as you can go. The car's so smooth. And even when it moves around a bit, it moves around in a way where it's communicating with you. It's going, don't worry, I've got this. And bizarrely, when I built up a bit of confidence and I put it on full track mode, even then, the sort of torque vectoring and the car is still kind of letting you play a bit, but not being snappy and nasty. And just when you think this is smooth and almost feels a bit sensible, you look at the speedo and you're going, we're going quickly. We're still going very, very quickly. So I'm really looking forward to going in the actual British touring car Type R. That is going to be sort of slightly terrifying, but also really, really exciting because, you know, like I said before, a Type R Civic in standard form is really rapid and really capable, and then you're getting in a full competition car that you can't actually buy. It's always very special. I am most nervous about damaging somebody's car, you know, running out of talent, I think they call it. So I don't want to do that. You need to learn the track and learn the car and build up slowly. I'm actually quite nervous about just forgetting where corners are. I know that sounds like a stupid thing, but when you get really, you know, excited and in the moment, I sometimes forget where the corners are in relation to one another. That's the thing I've really got to nail, because if I don't, I'll crash. And that won't make a very good video.
Right, controls.
Yeah.
Obviously, as Dan mentioned, clutch only to start and stop. You can either use the foot brace or you can left foot brake, whichever you fancy. Gears, they're all back, 6 back, nice and positive. The temperatures to watch are these two. To fire the car, basically put your ignition on.
Yeah.
Hit the start button, no clutch, no throttle.
Right, okay.
Okay, even in these conditions it will be twitchy out there, especially in the quick stuff. Brakes, nice and hard and positive to start with,
yeah,
and then bleed out of them as you're going into the corner.
If it starts to get twitchy, like the Type R did a bit when it was earlier this morning because it was so slippery, if this starts to move around, you know, oversteer wise, how much play does it give you? It'll
be a bit sharper.
Presumably.
Don't forget, you haven't got any gizmos on to get you out of, you haven't got any get out of jail free cards on this one.
No.
All right,
it's exciting, isn't it? Thanks, Matt. Thank you. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, we're going to drive Matt Neal's touring car, the FK8 Civic Type R, the car. Not a version of the car, the car. Okay, only need clutch for first gear. First lap, get used to it. Warm it up a little bit. Let's go say hi to Silverstone. Phenomenal! Phenomenal! Oh, I spun it! And I stalled it. That's what happens when you get a bit confident and you think you've learnt a car. You haven't. That was phenomenal, so engaging, so loud, just so good. Let's put it onto the number 2 map. No crashing, no crashing.
How's that?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I did spin it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, right there. Only a little one, but yeah, it was so good.
In action, I'm saying with the steering input, you can be more aggressive. Yeah, you can probably switch that off.
It's when you get it, when you really get in the groove of it, it actually feels wonderful. And like you say, you sit really deep in it, and I feel kind of
part of it.
You know, the standard Type R is a really engaging car anyway, and you kind of don't think you can get a lot sharper than that. You get in this blimmin' thing.
You get in a dry, you can be a real gorilla and that to it.
My grip is, I'm feeling a little bit weak now. I might have to have a lie down.
Joke apart,
I haven't even done a race.
Over a Sunday racing, we'll lose 2, 3, 4 kilos in fluid. Well done, Johnny, you made it back. You made it back.
Thank you. That's a lot of fun, that is. A lot of fun. Well, the thing I like about the Civic Sport Line is we live in a world where a lot of people would like to drive or own a hardcore hot hatch, but maybe their budget can't stretch to that, or maybe they can't get insurance for that car if they're a younger person, or maybe they just can't justify driving a 300 odd horsepower hot hatch on a daily basis. And that's where something like this really works, because you've got, you know, 1 litre economical engine, but the aesthetics of a Type R. Front bumper, very Type R-ish, you've got the red stitching inside. So you're sort of getting a flavour of Type R without owning a full-on mad Type R. And I think we live in a world now where it's good to have that kind of choice, especially if you are younger, because, you know, insurance can really cripple you. So you kind of get economy with hot hatch DNA looks, which I think is no bad thing.